Welcome to upstate New York, Syracuse University, and under the dome today we have a terrific clash in store. Today, a couple of teams getting set to square off in an ACC battle. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the Stanford Cardinal, taking on the 18th ranked team in the land, the Syracuse Orange. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Syracuse will kick off and we'll be underway. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. They'll run it from the gun. Fighting off the defender. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. They'll go to the toss. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's cut. Stanford lines up to punt it away. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him. And now the hit knocks it loose. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Kick returners usually have to have that home run ability. The ability to take it to the house 100-plus yards. But it's also a tough skill because you've got all these guys flying down the field so fast, and sometimes you get a big hit and ball security becomes an issue.
They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31. Ball at the 31, 3rd and short, coming defense trying to rise up. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
A field goal attempt from here would just be 48 yards, but they'll try to move the chains on 4th down and short. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got him, and they convert. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinal!
And man, that play looked a little bit too easy. Fourth down, big situation. You got to get up on these receivers and make it difficult. He gets the football right away, gets all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup. Ohio State went on the road and just dominated. And that's one way to grab attention on a national level. Make a statement in someone else's building and prove you're legit. And did the Buckeyes ever do that? Really unexpected outcome in this ranked-on-ranked matchup. The type of loss, guys, that'll get the attention of even a good football team.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. The give to the back. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Now he's going to break the pocket. Going to try to get it himself. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
He makes a catch. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. They'll run it out of the shotgun. At the 35, he's loose. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
And that's back-to-back now. We've seen this running back get it done on their opening drive of the game. That last carry got the first down. So if I'm the offensive coordinator right now, I love the way my O-line's playing, and I love the way this guy's toting the rock. I'm going to give it to him again.
Syracuse has a really nice drive going. Comes out throwing on first down. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. That one comes out hot down the right side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
This is a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. What a snag by the defense. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45.
And you don't see this very often, the big defensive linemen. You see these guys rush the quarterback most of the time, but how confusing is it, Palmer, when it looks like they're rushing, they drop in coverage and make the big interception.
Well, I don't think that quarterback thought he could even make the play.
Fires toward the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming.
What a play by the defender there, guys, in his own end zone. The offense has taken a shot, and if that defender was just one step behind, that would have been a touchdown. But the hit forces the incompletion.
And here comes the offense on second down. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
The Third and short from the 49. Is this four-down territory? From the gun, wants to pass. Getting some heat. Hit as he throws. Grabbed in the middle. It's Coates. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
And those long shots, man, I tell you what, it takes a little bit longer to develop. So as a quarterback, you know you got to buy a little bit of time. Mad respect, man. Hanging in there, knowing he's going to get hit, but still making the big play down the field.
And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He'll run it again. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
This is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
All right, on offense, you're trying to catch him napping on third and long. You try to run the football, but good job by the defense not being fooled and giving themselves an opportunity now to get the ball back.
Yeah, and you got to do a better job not getting in third and long. Offense has to be better on first and second down, so you're not forced in these fourth down situations where now you're in limbo of what you want to do.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
On second down, just keeps firing. Makes the catch. It's quick. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
He'll come out throwing on first down. It's complete on the right side. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And that's a great play call by the offensive coordinator because that play is essentially the extension of a sweep play. You're getting your running back an extra touch to the perimeter of the field, so now he can go to work in open space.
Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. The run from the shotgun. They get him on the ground at the 37, but give him 15 yards on that chunk play, and they'll move the chains. They've got it at the 37. It's first and 10. He wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Working on the right. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Offense set on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking down the middle. He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Cuse.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. They're lining up to boot it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
He's looking for a man on second down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And he hauls it in inside the 30.
Really nice timing on that throw. Quarterback had to hold it, allow his receiver to work his route, but he threw it at the perfect moment so that he was able to make the catch inbounds right on the sideline.
They had hoped to come up with explosive plays, and they used one there to set him up inside the 30, 1st and 10. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. That's caught. It's Coates. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. It's complete. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Not much room. He gets one down to the 7. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wide out in motion. On 2nd down, he'll fire. Makes the grab. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver, creating enough separation to create a positive game.
Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. He was on target with his first kick, and this one ought to be easy from 20 yards away. No good. It's still a 3-point game after the miss.
And that's just a chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David. Just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. He's got it. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Looking to throw on third. He's got an open man. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
And a nice, solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
They'll keep it on the ground. And the freshman does a great job using his technique in getting the man on the ground. Syracuse right back at it. The play action fake. Throws toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Orange.
Now, a lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him. And the ball was thrown perfectly out in front. You can see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 14 to 10. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Army pulled into town on a mission, and they're hightailing it out of here with a huge win. Veni, Vidi, Vici. I came, I saw, I conquered. And that's precisely what the Black Knights did. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Really good pickup on second down there. Leaves them with 3rd and 2. Trying to pick up a first down. Wants to throw on 3rd down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
Yeah, and welcome to modern college football.
And it's picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. He goes out of bounds, but what a play to create a sudden change opportunity.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
It's never easy on defense being in a sudden change situation like this. On the very first snap, they take a shot. You're backed up almost in your red zone. Great job forcing an incompletion now to catch your breath, get some momentum.
This offense has a second down play. give to the back. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on third down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. To the ground with the back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Stanford!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle. It's quick. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
With the catch, it's Moffitt. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And quarterbacks love running backs who can catch the ball because they're stat patterns. That's an easy throw for this quarterback to make. He's just letting his running back do all the work. Get him the football out in space and let the magic happen.
Going up top on first down. It's complete to the left. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
Finds his man. It's quick. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
Well, on third and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on fourth down.
And no shot at a return here as the punt flies out of bounds. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Offense getting set for first down. He leaves it with his back. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Now on second down. He's looking to throw. Fires left. Complete downfield. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
Wants to throw on first down. Quarterback floating away from pressure. He'll turn it loose out to the right. And he'll pull it in inside the 20. Oh, he thought for sure he was going to be able to house that one, but a huge pickup all the way down to the 12. They'll immediately call timeout. Stanford gets set to snap it on first down. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. To the air on first down. Looking to the end zone. And that one's going to be incomplete. He was throwing for the touchdown, but just couldn't get the foot down inbounds. Operating in the red zone here on second down. He's looking to throw. It's complete. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Well, the game plan's been pretty simple offensively, right? They are taking shots, and they're being aggressive throwing it down the field. This guy's already got 2 touchdown passes. We're still in the first half. And on that last one, he was looking for number 3.
They'll run it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
That is no good. Guys, a missed opportunity there. The lead is still 3.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. They'll throw it on first down. Going for it all. Brings it in down the left side. Oh, look out. Touchdown, Syracuse. What a grab and go for the score.
What great execution by this offense. It looked like you were about to go into the half trailing. Now, with this answer, this scoring drive, you got the lead, you got the momentum, taking it into halftime. Nice job by this offense executing that last drive.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Stanford will kick it off to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive in their own 25. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's quick. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get two bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Touchdown, Cardinal! And that one will put him up here in the second half. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. He makes the connection. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Looking to go up top on first down. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
Fires to the tight end. And, oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down.
This quarterback obviously did a lot of film prep coming into this one. He has been picking this defense apart. With that last completion, guys, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
Syracuse has a really nice drive going. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down in positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. He's back to throw on second down. And the defense gets to the quarterback. How about this job by the defense? A well-disguised blitz by the free safety results in a sack.
And you don't blitz the free safety much because he's a guy that stays back usually. But what do? You said well-disguised. That's what you got to do. You got to make it look like you're dropping for a pass, bring the blitz. Offensive line was full. He comes flying through there, untouched, gets the sack.
Syracuse will send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the returner will be dragged down. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollard.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Couldn't connect on first down. Now 2nd and 10 from the 24. He's looking to throw. Fires to the right. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He unleashes a long one. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one. The tackle was finally made. Stanford going back to work with another first down. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Pressure coming. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. 2nd and 10 here. Out of the gun, the inside give. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th. Stanford wants to push the pace. Here we go with the run on 4th down. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down. Probably the only people upset about going for it on 4th down, the punters, who don't seem to see the field as much as they used to.
Not when you've got a running back like that. He just has like a sixth sense. He always seems like he can just find the crease, especially in these short yardage situations. He comes up with a huge play there on 4th down.
Really nice job by quarterback and wide receiver. This is why you do film work. This is why you throw on air all offseason. I know I get zone coverage. I know exactly where I'm breaking. I know exactly where to deliver the football. Nice throw, nice catch.
Wide receiver shows motion. They'll run it on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Stanford! Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now and you score so quickly, it's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being aggressive.
8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Leaves it with the back. At the 45 on his way. Seizing that open space, an opportunity all the way inside the red zone. They'll mark it at the 19.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down. Jesse, that's like a throwback.
10 running to 1.
Into a pass-catching fullback.
Well, it's nice to know as a quarterback, when things aren't open downfield, you can find the big fella for a check down.
Touchdown, Cuse. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. I mean, sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they draw closer. It's 31-28. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. UCF steamrolled its way to victory. They scored off turnovers, they scored on gadget plays, an all-around masterpiece that'll give the folks in Orlando a ton of confidence. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Taking it the other way. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception.
You always try as a player to say the weather means nothing. Cold is a mentality. It hurts, okay? The ball feels like a rock. It gets super hard. It's really hard for quarterbacks to grip that thing and make accurate throws. And how about that? The defense comes out, makes a big play, creates the turnover.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Trying play action. Zings it complete to the right. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Grab near the marker. It's quick. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. And if they want to take the lead, can't be thinking field goal here. They'll need a touchdown to go up in the 4th. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
And lost ground on first down. Now 2nd and goal from the 5. They'll run the option. The pitch. And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Quarterback will audible. On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
This is a no-brainer right now. After that incompletion, trailing by what you are in this area of the field, 4th and short, just kick the field goal. It's what you need to give yourself a chance to win. And that's why this kid is so automatic. Set him up anywhere on the field, and he puts it right down the pipe.
We've got a dandy going here, all tied up in the 4th quarter and about to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside.
Yeah, I got it.
Crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this route.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Things just not going as easy for this guy as they did his last game out. Last time he completed over 70% of his throws. This week, though, defense taking some throws away. They've made some plays. He just hasn't been quite spot on with his accuracy. He's going to have to play better.
Myers on the move. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
This defense is heating up. They got an interception the last possession. You can tell breaking on the football really, really well. Seeing where the quarterback's throwing it, going to try to get it. Got another hand on it. Almost had another interception.
The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Working that left side. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
This quarterback has just been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Great job with his decision-making. He's now got over 350 passing yards.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
Power football with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And a great job by the linebacker. You could tell starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Working that left side now. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
What's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Buying some time. Quarterback all over the place trying to make a play, but eventually he goes down. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Between the uprights, it's good. And after the field goal, guys, they are back on top. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. On the move from inside his 5. He had visions of glory on that return, but he'll step out of bounds at the 29. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really, really quickly.
Running toward the tape. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Cardinal! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
Yeah, and a nice job in the 4th quarter making plays, and a nice job being on the same page. QB, receiver. You could tell he broke with the football. He caught it in stride, gets into the end zone. Nice pitch and catch right there. Nice chemistry by the QB and wide receiver.
Fair catch called for and made. Never a reason to panic. Just run your offense. Plenty of time here. Down 1 possession late in the 4th. Looking downfield. Got his man. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Finds his man. It's Moffitt. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
They'll test the right side. Can't get him to the ground. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Now the play fake. Coming after him. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down. That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Caught near the sticks. It's quick. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Get you some of that. And with that completion, now he's over 400 yards on the day. That's a really good game for this quarterback. He's been almost flawless.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. They'll keep it on the ground. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. He's got it. Touchdown, Orange. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
Man, how about this quarterback right away saying, I got to get rid of the football. There's a lot of guys near the line of scrimmage. He spits it out, and I let my receiver do the rest. Let my playmaker make me look really good. Really nice pitch and catch. And guess what? You got the lead now in the 4th.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner is stopped. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Trying to make magic with his feet. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Leaves it with the back. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They're bringing heat. The junior quarterback frustrated with himself after throwing it behind his man.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
Looking to buy time. It's caught downfield. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job.
Oh, what a grab by the defense. Got some room to run at the 20. Touchdown, Syracuse. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return.
This is a defense that prides themselves on getting turnovers, and it starts with the pass rush. It was the hit on the quarterback that forced the throw to not be as accurate as the QB would have liked. Nice job in the back end, securing the interception, and then taking it the distance.
And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. No time to feel sorry for yourself here, Jesse. There's still a chance, but you've got to get it. He's going to let one fly down the middle. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. Stanford quickly to the line. They'll throw it on first down. Keeps looking downfield. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down. And it'll be up to the field goal kicker to turn this into a one-score game. This will get it back to a one-score game. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. Just over 20 seconds to play. They must recover this onside kick to have a chance. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain. Timeout called by the defense, and the clock is stopped with 18 seconds left.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
The inside handoff. At the 35, he's got room. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. First and goal from the 7. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. You didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get just kind of one stop with this many points that was being scored. You got the stop late. That's why you got the dub.
That's going to do it for us from here.